SkyMaster's here, and I want to talk about No Man's Sky and Starfield, and why I think No Man's Sky is better than Starfield, but it isn't. First of all, No Man's Sky has a better engine. The engine is just better. And I think after 7 years, I actually know after 7 years, Sean Murray has the better engine. And actually, the engine that you're seeing right now in the vanilla game, it's like you're only seeing this much of it. Sean's put a throttle on it. He way underspec'd this game, and he's been watering it down for 7 years. That's it, man. He's got such a great engine, but you just haven't seen it yet. He's got these dead end stories. It's just crazy. The stories are all dead ends. The purpose of being a spaceman is getting lost, but you also need some kind of purpose, just a little bit, way too many bugs. I've got 54 hours into Starfield. I had a game like this since cartridges. This is crazy. I know there's bugs and problems and everything like that, a very smaller development team, but he doesn't even address them correctly, doesn't tell anybody. All you get is this emoji. There's no communication. Where's the communication? Speaking of communication, Sean, if you would have just maybe acknowledge the modding community, just a tiny little bit, it'd have been cool. Todd has a crazy mod support, a whole website, a whole thing dedicated to these guys that carry his game up on a pedestal into the future of gaming. Sean, why didn't you do that? I don't understand it, man. You underspec your game, way too many bugs, you have no mod support, dead ends, but you've got this great engine that you haven't shown anybody. What is your problem, Sean?
All right, guys. No Man's Sky should be better than Starfield, but it's not. And there's a lot of reasons why. But why these things happened, I'm not quite sure. I don't know what happened to Sean Murray. I don't know why the game took the direction that it went in the very beginning. Everybody says that the game was terrible in the beginning. It wasn't. It wasn't a crashy mess. I have the game on the first depot out of Steam on the very first release, and this is actually me playing it for 18 minutes. I play it for hours. I actually have the copy on my PC still, and I play it a lot. It plays just fine. These people that were talking about the game being terrible, and it was a little bit empty. It needed some more things in it, but goodness gracious, it was such a great. It was actually very pleasurable. I think it has a more lonely, immersive feel than the game even does now. It was just missing some more biomes and animals, and I think that's where it should have focused on. But that was not me, and I'm not even complaining about that. That's my personal take on how it should have just went. I think he was fine in the beginning, and he let something took over and dictated him in the very beginning. He also didn't have any acknowledgement for mods. This game mods so well. It's going to be so hard to beat this game. I mean, look, we got TARDISes coming in. I build cities, and we go crazy. I can. Anything that's in my head, I can throw into No Man's Sky. Big giant mushrooms, big cities. I've rebuilt Amsterdam, the red light district. I've done all kinds of stuff. They've modded Sean Murray's face into the game. Winder TP did big old things, man. This is me writing a song, man. Here's the Get Club. I mean, there's really cool things that you can do with this game from the modding community, which is just something that's sad that never got put up like Todd does over at Bethesda. And I would like to say this too, man. After being in the game, I haven't jumped in. The creation engine as of right now, when I'm making the video for Starfield, has not come out yet. But I imagine when it comes out, it's going to hit really good. But this is also their second engine, and I think that Sean Murray possibly already has he's probably could already update this engine. Whatever he's got now, he can make it better. They can put more stuff in. They can do already. We've been modding this game so crazy, guys. We've been modding this game really crazy. The Falcon, and I'm just talking about like, oh my gosh, giants. Look at the giants. We got giants in the game. Back to the Falcon. We've got all these extra parts that everybody just wishes they could have. And then these crazy biomes and crazy animals that are just everywhere. It's super terrain. It's just the modding capabilities in this game are so cool. And the fact that it's all procedurally generated is just a tall order. He should have kept this game on a high specs and pushed it forward, but he never did. He didn't acknowledge the modders in the very beginning. I think if he'd acknowledged the modders, see, there was nobody to direct this game. So the first people that came out and made the social media sites, the Reddits and the Facebook pages and all the pages, at least over here in America, were all PS4 players and PlayStation players. So when mods start coming out and their channel is competing with somebody who's showing people things that they can't have, not like a na boo boo, but look at what we did. We put this into the game, like they just hated it, and you got banned because it was like cheating. Like no, there was no PC side of it. I mean, yeah, you can have a PC group, but yeah, you could have just a PS4 group too. Don't have a No Man's Sky channel and not allow mod talk. And that was endorsed, and that was the norm for it all. I mean, for as all English speaking people and everybody on the YouTube channels and every major outlet that I went to, mods were shunned. Anybody doing anything on PC was cheating. If you use Blender, it wasn't artwork. If you used a PC to manipulate the building files, you were a cheater, and it wasn't meant well. That's because of PS4 players and the little Sony haters. It's crazy. I don't mind you guys, but that's stupid. You closed the door on it and it just ruined the game. If you'd enlightened it, even if you guys would have lightened it more, it's not your fault. It's actually Sean Murray's fault, because let's go Google two things. Let's Google Sean Murray talks about mod, and then let's Google Todd Howard talks about mods, okay? Here's Sean Murray talks about mods. Here's some PC gamers. Sean. That's the Winter TP mod where I think he was trying to force the update out of him. So he put his face on everything until he put out the update, which was just always a buggy mess. Needs patches and everything else. Last time I looked in Steam, Starfield hasn't even received a patch or anything. It just runs. I've got 54 hours in it without any kind of major crashing or anything. I can't say that. I can't say that about No Man's Sky. And No Man's Sky has probably had 16 different patches and updates that are hit or miss, swing and a miss all the time. That's another problem too. It just causes all kinds of hates. It's a thorn in the side. It's a monkey wrench in the gears. It's not good. All right. So Sean Murray, there's no talk about mods here. Sean Murray doesn't talk about mods. Nothing. There's all these Sean. No Man's Sky creator says, please don't use that mod. Okay. So Sean did mention something, and he says, don't use it, but he mentions it. So he kind of like endorses it without endorsing it. So gosh, I mean, that's pretty much it. That's all he says about mods. It's the only thing, the one thing that could have carried your game all the way forward and into the future. And if you wasn't going to push your engine into the second mode or give us No Man's Sky 2, you should have endorsed your modders and stuff like that. It would have been a great thing to do, man. But you didn't. And your engine's probably better than Starfield's engine, I think. And I know that Sean is sitting on a No Man's Sky engine 2 already, because what we've modded already so far is No Man's Sky 2. I can just only imagine what Hello Games has that's like sit in the back. But he has this 10-year-long cons that he's pulling out on everybody. And that's where I just don't like Hello Games at all. Not at all. All right. So let's go over and Todd Howard said he loves the Kahaji follower mod. All this stuff and mod fans love Todd Howard so much. Yeah, man, just Todd's favorite Skyrim mod. Todd's this, Todd that. Oh, he praises this. He puts them on his website, man. That is just come on home. You guys can help me carry this game into whatever else. It doesn't really matter how much of a I don't know, man. I didn't know that the Bethesda was that good. I would have probably went back and done some Fallout and just modded it and pushed on through. I'm probably going to go back and check them out, man. So we were talking about some websites. So let's go over to No Man's Sky. No Man's Sky is a mess, man. You better get on Twitter, and you're going to get an emoji. Right? The No Man's Sky website itself will be the last place you get update information. It's always 4 to 9 hours behind. You're going to have the content creators leaking everything out, and you'll find it somewhere else first. You will find it here last, and you're not going to see anything about mods or anything. There's 'cause Twitch drops. Oh, he did link up with the Twitch people, and if you want anything special out of the game, I think if it's anything special and extra, well, that's it, man. It's the Twitch drop stuff. That's the coolest stuff that you can get that's extra, and he's got to partner with some Twitch bullcrap. I don't know about you guys. I think most of old people that play No Man's Sky are older people. We don't Twitch, man. I just don't think we Twitch, man. So, yeah, man, they got some merchandise. I wanted just to look at the merchandise. She looks like a hostage wearing it, even though I kind of like it. I mean, I would still wear the shirt, but man, I don't know who does your marketing down there. I don't know who does your public relations, Sean Murray and Hello Games, but they should be fired. You guys do terrible PR. You guys are terrible website, and you do terrible public relations. And if you would have done just a little bit of work, you wouldn't suck so bad. All right. Bethesda, man, you come over here, man. We got Bethesda. They have a whole modding section over here for all their stuff. They make tools for their modding stuff. They have backdoors for everything. Sean Murray could probably do that. He probably has it too, but we don't see it. But the good thing that there's a lot of good modding people out there have done a lot of stuff to fix the No Man's Sky mods, as we've already seen thousands of parts, all kinds of ships to your heart's content. But he doesn't acknowledge that or even highlight it. That is something that is so cool that he just didn't do, that you see Todd Howard doing. Why, Sean? Why didn't you you put the back door in, but you just used them. You used them for like free beta testers behind the scenes, and you probably watched them get shunned, because I did. I mean, I know that you didn't not look at all the sites, and you're just hoping for those PS4 sales. And then what can we do to water it down to get it to run on the poor Xboxes and keep them there? And then if we're going to water it down, we might as well water it down enough to play on the Switch. Like, who cares about that? And while we're watering it down, let's water it down to play on a Mac. Nobody asked for that. But you could have came out, put modders on a pedestal, made a database, No Man's Sky database for yourself, and actually came out and talked to everybody. All you give us is emojis, man. And that's why No Man's Sky could have been the best game ever, but it isn't. It could have been better than Starfield, but it isn't. It could have been the best space game, but it isn't. He went Fortnite skins on you, man. It's dumb. And he never finished any kind of story. There's so many dead ends. I mean, there's just things from the very beginning. There's things in the beginning that are just gone now, stories that dead end there. I mean, as a day one player, let me get upset about that for just a second. But as you went on and tried to do things, it just dead-ended so many different times. There's empty rooms that don't do anything. There's computers that don't do anything. There's these stories that just don't do anything. And Sean thinks that you care enough to go digging into this whole ARG history crap. And if you do, all you do is just you find nothing. It's like the show Lost. You're never going to get anything, man. It's going to be maybe at the very end, but by the very end, all the writer's block came in, so the very end sucked anyway. So you invested all this time into that show Lost, and ended up sucking because all the writers were gone at the end of it. It shit sucked, man. And you didn't know anything forever. That's No Man's Sky for you, man. It's empty. Now, still one of my favorite games. I don't know if I'm going to get as many hours out of No Man's Sky or out of Starfield as I did out of No Man's Sky. We're going to have to see what that creation kit does, man. But I think the engine should have been better. It should have been better. It should be better. It is better. He's just sitting on it. It just upsets me. Anyway, it should be better than Starfield, but it isn't. And I'm very sorry, guys. Hit that like and subscribe. Call someone, tell them you love them. I'll see you guys on the next video.